Welcome, welcome. My name is Cindy Lish, and I'm super excited that you're here with me today. I am an accomplished career coach that helps stay at home moms with the confidence, tools, and skills to successfully get back to the workforce. Yep, that's exactly what I do. So, whether you've been at home for 20 minutes or 20 years, this is the place for you. Now, before we get started, I want you to pop on over and subscribe to my channel so you are the first to know every single time I go live, which is going to be every week on Wednesdays. Okay, are you ready? You subscribed? Okay, let's get started. Today, we're going to talk about scheduling your interview. Okay, so you're super excited. You got that email. Okay, Cindy, we want to invite you in for an interview, and they give you a list of times. You're like, yes, I got it. I can take whatever I want. No problem. Not so fast. Okay, so here's the thing. Now, you may look at the interview the dates and say, okay, they have some available this week, they have some next week, you know something, I have some plans this week, I have some things going on, and I want to have more time to practice for the interview. I'll just take the one next week. Generally not your best plan, and let me tell you why. So just because you were invited in for an interview doesn't mean that by the time it's time for your interview that they're going to still be interviewing candidates. Yeah, how about that? So, depending on the company, some companies may interview everyone, but other companies may say when they find the right person, they're done. Okay. So, if you push your interview off and you wait another week for that interview, they may have found the candidate, the perfect candidate, before they even meet you. Okay. And you may be 100,000 times better, but they never get the opportunity to meet you. And you don't get the opportunity to sell yourself because they've already selected somebody. So, first rule of thumb is choose sooner rather than later, because when they fill the spot is full. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, remember that even though it's their job, right? They're in human resources, they're a hiring manager, this is what they do, they interview people, or they're the manager, director, whatever, and they're looking to hire another person, and this is their job. They're people just like you and me. So there's times when they are more pressured, there's times when they are more distracted, there's times when they are more energized, there's times when they prefer to interview and not prefer to interview. Okay, times when they're going to be paying more attention to you. So you don't want to schedule your interview for, say, Friday afternoon when their thoughts are, I got to get my work done, I want to get out of here, I have my plans for the weekend. With the same regard, you don't want to schedule your interview for 9 o'clock in the morning on Monday morning, first day back in work, after the weekend, when they're checking their messages, checking what's going on, going through their emails, seeing what's in the inbox, putting out fires, things that may have happened, things that may have happened with clients over the weekend, and things that they have to address. Okay. So generally speaking, your better times for the interviews would be, say, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, mid-morning, okay, 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, or a little bit after lunch, right? So you don't want to have an interview at 11:30, 12 o'clock. Most of them, that's generally the hiring manager's lunch hour. So 10, 11 o'clock in the morning, or maybe 2 o'clock in the afternoon on a Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday would be a good option for you with the interview. Okay. Now you don't always have a choice, and sometimes you get what you get, and that's it, and you take that choice, and you go with it. But if given a choice, these are some things to think about. Sooner rather than later, not just before the weekend, not first thing in the morning on Monday, definitely not before a holiday weekend or first thing back after a holiday weekend. And stay away from that lunch hour time. Okay. Next thing about scheduling that interview is once you schedule that, write it in permanent ink in your calendar, put it in your Google Calendar, make sure that you keep that appointment and that nothing gets in the way of that appointment. Okay, please, please, please don't reschedule that appointment, don't cancel it, don't ask for something else. It's really showing off. This should be important to you. This is them giving you the opportunity to interview for this job at a job that in theory you really, really want. Okay, so you coming in and asking for allowances, you may not realize it, but you're messing up somebody else's schedule. Okay, making the change forces them to make changes to their own existing schedule, and it just doesn't make you look good. Okay, so whatever you do, try as hard as you possibly can not to cancel that interview for any reason. Okay, and then of course be on time. Okay, be on time for that interview. If it's and by the way, that goes for a virtual interview as well. So that means if you have a virtual interview, Zoom or Google Chat or whatever it is, at 10 o'clock in the morning, you should be signed on to that room, say at 5 to 10. Okay, and you'll be in the waiting room. You won't be able to come in. But this way you are there and ready when it starts, so that you're not first trying to sign on at 10 o'clock and all of a sudden finding out that your computer has to do updates, or that you have to download something, or that you're having an internet connection, or what have you. Because being on time means being on time, even if it means showing up on a screen. Okay. If you're going to an in-person interview, do a dry run first. Go to the location, see how long it takes to get there. See what the means of transportation you're going to have. Are you taking public transportation? Are you driving? What is the parking situation? Is there a parking lot? Is there free parking on the street? Figure out what you're going to be doing. And then if it's going to take an hour for the commute, leave 2. Okay? Do whatever it is so that you are not late for that interview. Make sure that you have somebody taking care of the children, so that if the interview runs long, because an interview can be 30 minutes, an interview can be 4 hours. Make sure that you have someone taking care of the children. Make sure that everything is protecting the space of this interview time, so that you are not distracted and nothing is going to get in your way. Okay? So see, even scheduling the appointment and showing up for the appointment is tremendously relevant and important to show if you are going to get that job or not. This is all a reflection on you, every interaction, right? And I know that you know what I'm talking about, right? You have this friend that you meet all the time, and every single time you meet, she's always late, okay? And it's not once, it's a rarity that she's on time, but every single time you meet, she's late. So that's who she is all the time. Make sure that you are that person who schedules appointments, keeps the appointments, and shows up to the appointments and shows up on time. Okay, believe it or not, it's going to have a tremendous impact on if you're going to get that job. Okay, I hope that you enjoyed what you just watched. Give me a thumbs up, share me with your friends. Pop on over to my website. I have so much free content for you. It's cindylist.com, CINDYLISH.com. I have blogs, I have videos, I have lots of content that's all available for free for you. I also have an opportunity for you to talk one-on-one with me, a free 45-minute discovery call, to see how I can help you to achieve your goal. Okay? I hope that you have a productive week. Always remember that you're a warrior, and I'll see you the next time. Bye-bye.